Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of Chaos Theory. We've got a big main event for you tonight. But first, let's get into a promo with Edge and Christian. What a choice of words from Edge and Christian, but Chris Jericho doesn't seem to be taking their words too kindly as he just interrupted their promo. And here's the whole inner circle. Chris Jericho was talking about a friend. Who is it? He's standing behind Edge and Christian as he just hits Edge with a super kick and Christian with a big boot. Oh, he just took off his glasses and his king top. It's Sammy Guevara as he picks up Christian for the go to hell. Oh, and it lands perfectly as Christian is laid out here in the middle of the ring. They have Edge tied up. Oh, and Jericho still got his microphone in hand. Oh, Jericho has offered the bat to Sammy Guevara as Sammy Guevara's kind of thinking about it. Oh, and Randy Orton's music hits. But is Randy Orton actually going to come out, or is this a mistake by production? Oh no, he is actually coming out here. A little shocking seeing what he had to say to Edge and Christian since the Golden Glory tournament. But, Randy Orton must want to make some sort of peace because he just came out and attacked both Santana and Ortiz with that kendo stick. Oh, and Christian low blows Chris Jericho. And Randy Orton starts laying in with the kendo stick on Jake Hager. I almost call him Jack Swagger. As we see a spear and an RKO. And a second spear done by Christian. Oh man, this little feud here is starting to pick up as now Randy Orton has entered the fray. But with that being said, we would like to get into our next matchup between Kofi Kingston and Pete Dunne. Both of these teams will be fighting here in the upcoming tag series that starts next week. Will their matchup happen next week? It will not. But Pete Dunne and Kofi Kingston showing off what they can do here tonight for their teams. As their teams actually do watch on as Paul Ellering and the War Machine are sitting out at ringside along with the New Day. As Pete Dunne has just been obliterating Kofi Kingston so far. Paul Ellering looking pleased though, as he hits an X-Plex and he stares at the New Day, but it gave Kofi enough time to trip Pete Dunne up, and now Pete Dunne is on the mat. And he gets up and Kofi Kingston looks to hit something, but he gets stopped in his tracks, gets hit with a clothesline. And now Pete Dunne is just feeding him elbow after elbow. This is pretty damn effective as Kofi Kingston looks like he's almost out cold. As now he picks him up for the bitter end. This was a pretty quick matchup on Pete Dunne's end. But I'm sure he wants it that way anyway. 1, 2, and 3. Pete Dunne has won this matchup. This is his secondary singles victory. Oh, and now we're backstage. Oh, that's a pretty big challenge from Sammy Guevara as we get into our next segment here with MJF and the Pinnacle. That's some pretty big implications. And AJ Styles said you're on. Their teams will meet next week. But up next, we've got Brian Cage versus John Silver. As we get into this matchup, this is not the main event, but pretty damn close. Is Brian Cage super kicking a big boot to start this matchup off and throws him with a German suplex. Now Brian Cage, obviously being the bigger of the two, you would think would have an advantage here, but John Silver is a muscle man himself, and he is not afraid to use his power. He may not have a whole lot of size height-wise, but he's got a lot of mass. As he hits Brian Cage with a European uppercut and picks him up for a brain buster as he holds him and nails the brain buster. 1, 2, and Brian Cage kicked out at 2. Oh, and what's this? Why is Walter out here? Walter causing a big disturbance as he just threw Evil Uno into the steel steps, and he powerbombs Stu Grayson on the ring apron. Oh, Brian Cage stopped John Silver from doing absolutely anything about that. As Walter pushes the referee down, we're going to have to throw this matchup out, as he just puts Brian Cage in a sleeper hold, and he picks him up for the powerbomb, drops him straight on his neck, and he goes straight after John Silver. I'm assuming his main target here. After all, he went straight for his buddies as well. The Dark Order is not safe as long as Walter is around. So he wants a 2 out of 3 falls match. That's pretty interesting. We'll have to see if John Silver accepts that as we get ready for our main event match, the Elite versus the Hurt Business, in a 5v5 tornado tag match. Now this is going to be all-out mayhem, and I only know that from the fact that tornado tag matches are usually a hard thing to call, let alone when you put 5 men on each team. As all 5 of these men make their way out to the ring, they are all ready and they are all prepared to go to war with the Hurt Business. As the Hurt Business start making their way out, everybody in the ring is ready, and here they are. Every member of the Hurt Business, and Bobby Lashley stays behind a little bit. We are getting everyone in a line, as if they are drawing the line in the sands and they are getting prepared for war. And the line has been drawn over, and we start this matchup, and it starts off very chaotically. I can barely even keep up with my eyes here. All I know is it is all-out war between these two teams, as Ricochet just ate a barricade rib first over the top rope, and a V-trigger from Kenny Omega. Bobby Lashley throwing Cody Rhodes onto that little area, and Matt Jackson's got some evil thoughts here, as Kenny Omega, he's looking for another V-trigger, isn't he? And he nails it, as Ricochet over on the other side of the ring hits a moonsault straight from the ring apron, no rope needed. Bobby Lashley looking for some devastating things. And Cody Rhodes low blows him. He knows he's got to do everything in this match to take care of Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is the biggest threat here. He hits him with a Tiger Driver 94 through 2 tables. Matt Jackson taking an inspiration from Jeff Hardy and hitting a Swanton bomb. What's this? Super kick sends Titus O'Neil through his own table, as Matt and Nick Jackson hit the Meltzer Driver through a table. This matchup is just straight up chaos. What a perfect way to main event our show called Chaos Theory. Oh man, there's just so much happening. Poor Kenny Omega meeting the steel steps, and now Hangman is eating a truth or consequences after he got hit with a low blow from R-Truth, but he still manages to kick out. Oh, what's MVP looking for here? Oh, he just hit Kenny Omega with a pile driver on the steel steps. Or well, half of them. As now R-Truth and Hangman are going back and forth with strikes. Hangman now hitting his second strike of the match. Oh, R-Truth coming back with another uppercut. But Hangman feeds him another elbow. This is getting real interesting. Oh, Hangman switches it up and hits him with a headbutt. Oh, but MVP now slides in and hits him with that golden briefcase. We've seen that briefcase over the past couple of weeks. Usually they have money in it, but I don't think that's what they have in it this time. Is he hit his finisher and Nick Jackson broke up the pinfall, as now he's just dishing out super kicks. Oh, and Titus O'Neil hits him with a big boot as he caught him with a super kick. But now, we're about to see a buckshot lariat, as this matchup is going 100 miles per hour. Will the Elite get the win here? No, R-Truth has broken up the pinfall. R-Truth may have just gotten some of his due diligence on the outside, but the Hurt Business is definitely taking over, as Titus O'Neil just threw Kenny Omega at Hangman, and a crossroads on the outside to R-Truth, as Titus O'Neil hits the landslide, and Ricochet is about to hit the 630 senton. We've had a bunch of big moves hit here tonight, and Ricochet hitting that springboard Hurricane Rana earlier was just as nice, but not as nice as that 630 that got broken up. Oh, overdrive reversed into a super kick, but Bobby Lashley turned Nick Jackson inside out with a spear. Oh, and now Hangman and Kenny, they eat a double spear. And Mac Jackson getting the spear treatment, spears for everybody, and that does include Cody Rhodes, as he gets put through a table as well. Kenny Omega's back up to his feet very quickly though, but he didn't have enough speed to catch him with that V-trigger, as Bobby Lashley has him in the Hurt Lock. Oh, but the Young Bucks are on go mode, and they hit a double super kick. Oh, and now the BTE trigger. Oh, this has to be it. No one's up except for the Elite, too. And Kenny Omega has done it. Kenny Omega gets the pinfall for the Elite here tonight, as they all go to celebrate with each other. Cody Rhodes walks up, and we get a big hug, a big group hug with all of the Elite as they conquer the Hurt Business. Oh, look up here. Oh, it's the Shield. Well, we are starting to run out of time here, folks, but thank you for tuning in, and here's a preview at next week's card. Thank you all for watching, and we are out of here.